Buenas noches. Sa patita aura na dinyo dyan tayo opisina. Simobigitas de Kaluches na rin yung mga libro. Isa tadi. Ang masiko mo din yung opisina slash library. And then nakita mo din yung computer, din yung dos monitor. Medyo kalayat pa aura kasi hindi pa kami kapag nilibya kayo kay busy na accreditation. So este clip, parte parte del Mother Tongue series, que el título de este clip es mi reflexión na clip 1 di Punto con Caleb. So, na din yung mga vlogs ara. So, ta prinsipya yun, na sa Bacano una. And then, kabaran sa Bacano, taman sa Maraisyo, na Prikuraman Translate, el cosa ita pwede akorda, para aquellos maka hindi tayo intende sa Bacano, pwede sila sabi ko sa ita kasi, con este particular, con este clip, que hindi ita kasi kita. Maskin ko sa vlog din yung ara, kasi noon yung anda, ta prinsipyo yun sa Bacano. Kaya ang mas uno esfuerzo kita pwede ase para pwede kita man prioritize or pwede kita man promote el usada del diaton lengguahe. Un manera que pwede kita preserva con el lengguahe. So hindi anay siguro yung man lecture, hindi anay siguro man kwento acerca de mga teorya, kaya hindi man stay eskwela, hindi man stay graduate school, no? Un simple vlog na kede sila kita tamin cosa ta pwede aprende, pero pwede tamin sa entertainment lang también. Okay. Usap-usapal mga pregunta kung Caleb anoche. So, una yung prinsipyo yo, what is your name? English question. So, ta intendele English, no? When I ask, what is your name? Ta intendele. Diba? Aquellos mga inoy pa mandiyo el clip 1, mandiyo sa el clip, miraw sa el clip 1, para sabi ustedes ko sa'yo taman reflect. Este reflexión na cosa ella pasa na dinyo como interacción or dinyo conversation junto con Caleb, no? Unang pregunta, English, what is your name? And he was able to answer his complete name. And then I asked, pangalan mo? So I used Tagalog. And then he used his first name, Caleb. That means to say, there's comprehension, there's production. Comprehension is reception, and then there is production, and he's able to speak. Ya pwede conversar. Después, ya pregunta yun na sa Bacano. Pues ang pwede pregunta na sa Bacano, ¿cuánto año tú? So, ¿cuánto año tú? Aquel día, itong pregunta ko na, hindi lita pwede habla cosa lita pensa. Kaya pwede siya, kapensa yung baka hindi lita intende. Pero cuando pregunta, ¿cuánto año tú? Cosa de su contestación, hablaré 4 years old. So, ta-observa ba usted? Kasi preguntay ko nila maskin na Tagalog, disuyo, cosa lita habla, na production disuyo, English lita usa. Ya, preguntay na Tagalog, English pa rin siyempre, disuyo, cosa lita habla. 4 years old. Preguntay na sa mga di su contestasyon, English. Pero kung preguntayo con él, ¿por qué tú estás aquí? Preguntay, ¿por qué tú estás aquí? Él ya contestale na Tagalog. No? Si manada de cosa ta habla, tan sifle na Tagalog. Y después habla na, ¿por qué ba tú quiere visitar aquí? ¿Por qué tú quiere visitar Bacano? And then yung reply de Tagalog, kay manada de cosa ta habla. And then along the way, there's code switching. You would use some words in English and then Tagalog. And then I asked again. I shifted the question to English. I said, pregunta yo, who is your teacher? Teacher June. So he was able again to answer. Very consistent. English kayo. English get ele ita pwede intende, ita pwede conversa. Este el bien interesante kayo. No? Cuando preguntay ko nele, cosa bata as in a school? Dali nag-study. No? So study is English. El kung todo bien interesante gayon, aquel cuando pregunta yo, cosa tu kanta kansyon na eskwela? Contest el bata, we are the world. English. Cosa tu kanta kansyon na eskwela? Hablale, contest el, we are the world. Amo kay el mio ara punto. Si el unskwela, todo kansyon tayo sinya English, o sa pasa ko ng mga kansyon el di aton ngayon. Nawin su, na di aming eskwela, sa prinsipya, sa buwang mo sa una. Sa buwang mo sa tayo sinya kan sa desde mata. Sabi kan sa kanta mga bata sa buwang mo sa después, aquella el pambansang awit, no? Lupang hinirang, no? Quiere decir, el tabi lang nyo aquí, el cosa tuta insinya na bata, amo lang también que sila ta kanta, no? Si insinya to English, din English también. No? So, hindi man tanggad yung siguro ta habla kayo mga cosa ta insinya de mother tongue or primer lenguaje na papel eskwela onde si Caleb, de que ta habla, pagkat siya también otro. Pero, pirmi nito ko nilita, el lupang hinirang, ang practice le, pati akilya, preguntay ko nele. So, na dos, lupang hinirang and we are the world, mas paborito di suyo, el we are the world. Gana to. So, kay tamiray ka, dyan action, no? Dyan action, siguro may action na lupang hinirang. Pero kaya decir, na di suyo preference, no? Preferensya, na cosa katlikere, na automático el di suyo hablada, ya respondele, kay we are the world, el di suyo kere. So, aquí pa lang pwede kita mira, onde le ta inclina. First, pwede daw to sabi ko sa el bata, el preferensya del un gente, el bata, el cosa le tabla una. Amo di su preferensya, amo kat le kere-kere. So, pwede habla, hindi tamin kita pwede man-conclude dayon kay English nga ele kere-kere. Pero akita pwede kita mira, daw pwede kita habla, manadali sabi terminolohiya na English. And después, pero hindi tayo kita pwede habla, kuneli, akin, una vez pa lang kita kunili ang kwento, no? Pero tasali, kay ta conversa tamin nili Tagalog. Diso ta Tagalog, si Tanda na Manila, tanim-interact tamin. So, na yun siya estaba Manila si Caleb. So, siya tamin sa ili mag-interaction alya. Nakasa Tagalog tamin sa kunili ang kwento. Pero, klaro gat tamin el English. Pero el conclusion pwede kita ara aki habla na datong refleksyon. Kay hindi lita pwede man kwento na sa pakaano. Naaral question, cosa di suyo primer lenguaje. So, chenese na akil ta studya kami na eskwela de graduate, no? Talamase kurso de lenguaje, estudio de lenguaje or linguistics, que aprende si kami con el de mio profesor na profesor estaba Great Britain, no? So, na Europe. Iablalik ka naman na klase que as a native language or mother tongue, pwede kita habla first language. Hindi to sa pwede habla kay biological lang. Meaning, biological, ko sa el tata na lengguahe, amo tamang kay this first language. Kay, sino pa otro na criteria na kasi to entra. Biological, pero el frequency, no? Kilaya de pirmi ta usa ko na lengguwahe. Kasi, pwede man amo kay lengguwahe del tata, pero hindi man ita usa. Na pwede ba to abla kay amo kay di su primer lengguwahe? El kuha sa pirmi ta usa, amo kay di su primer lengguwahe. Na kaso di Caleb, si Mira tu, nakasa, hindi ko nilitang kwento sa pakano. Tauwi lang le. Tauwi ka naman tang kwento, so ta pwede le. Pero, para kumigo, hindi ko pwede abla kay mother tongue di sa pakano. Tamira yun, di su mother tongue, Tagalog. Kasi amugat ko nilitang kwento. Tata, nana, maskin takili na sa Buanga. Talili na kasumpang. Pero di su yung mother tongue, di su yung primer lengguwahe, tamira yun, Tagalog. Napakilala tayo intended sa makano, kitauwi lang le. Na aura. Pwede ba kay tayo intended lang le? Kung sabi liman, pwede le responde na otro lengguwahe. Na amwese, si hindi to tayo insinya lengguwahe, hindi to ta conversa con ele, hindi le kil aprende. Natakili na sa Buanga, kilala man liman, siya dali na komunidad. Diba? So, kilala man kisa andali na komunidad, todo dat sa Bacano. Sociolinguistically, kilala man interact. At anyways, topic takil kilala dito yung social being, no? Kilala ito ta taman kwento na otro gente na nasa Buanga. Kasi hindi man todo lugar akil hindi na usad sa Bacano. Tsenikat sa lugar aki nasa Buanga, ta usad sa Bacano. Pero mas kinuon diara anda to, aki na metro sa Buanga, mas hindi itong kwento sa Bacano, taintende contigo. Kasi el quien bende na Changi, Tagalog man, o Bisaya. Naku sa importansya relit sa Bacano kung Caleb, nuay. Kaya ara, si Taki lang le, taintende man ko na ele. Kami, now, nisisita, el question, nisisita pa bali aprende sa Bacano. Ese es el pregunta, no? Cosa l'importanza apprendere sa Bacano, sa andali na eskwela, taintende man ko nila todo. Kwento ko nila sa Tagalog, English, intende ko nila. Nakasa kami, ang kwento kami ko nila Tagalog. Except kumigo aura, kay talaman sa English, conscious effort ya. Kay sinyo ko nalinsin niya, nila aprende. No, cosa l'importanza? El lenguaje, el cultura na lenguaje, cosa cultura del un gente, cosa di su cultura, pasigise na lenguaje. Si hindi to usa ko na sa lenguaje, perdese. Talama si language attrition na sociolinguistics. Por eso ko na din anak, tapigunta sila, por qué hindi tutang kwento English kung kay? Kaya mo yung gani kel di miyo, kaya aprende kat ana ile lenguaje sa Bacano, para hindi le olvida. Sa kailara maskin onde pala anda, hindi le olvida ko sa Bacano. Kaya desde bata, aprende kat li ko na lenguaje. Pero fluent tayo si Kyle na Filipino grammar. Ele pata korekta din yung grammar na Filipino. And then, bueno yung tamin si Kyle na English. Bueno yung escribi, sabi mong kwento. Na. Sabi tayo man Bisaya si Kyle. So, quadrilingual si Kyle. Sa Bacano, Filipino, Tagalog, English, Bisaya. Very fluent si Kyle na four languages. Na. Si Kobe, asod na, si Caleb, takeda pa lang Legrand, Tamirayo, Tagalog, English. Iba na Lola, kaya conversa kat English. Kumigo na yung problema, kasi kaya disir, ta-aprende sila siyempre, literacy, science, math, maski ese itong insinya dos lingwahe, kaya mo man sa literacy languages. Pero taam na gani, o sa bagat el first language. Now, hindi man tamin todo bata, igual kung Caleb, at sa Buanga. Manada factors, pakilaya ta aprende math science. Igual kung Caleb, bata pa, siya na mga gadgets, no? YouTube, instructional videos, cartoons, no? Language, tawili, siya na technology, so siya na needs. So, in terms of, akil tabla sila materials, instructional materials, siya na bata, napakilaya sila bata, nuay. Akil mga de ariba-ariba, de example, akal mga na de monte, no? Leos lugar. So, ta conversal bata, for example, sa Bacano, Aki lang nita intende sa bakano. Example na Bitali. O después, entrali ara eskwela, na grade 1, mangkwento to ko na Tagalog pati nanoy man le TV, noy sila TV na kasa, tausa lang ngayon sa bakano. Kilaya man le kilara intende dayon, si insinya to kunele, tausa to Tagalog pati English. Hindi le kila intende dayon. El tablayo, hindi todo bata igual kung Caleb. Ha? Si Caleb, siya ni mayores, ta pwede kumpra TV, computer, internet, no? Ta pwede le mira, ta pwede le aprende. Maskin ele lang solo, no? Napakilala el bata, kilnuay kayo. May internet, may computer. Tauwi lang le pirmi, tsabakano, na biso mga amigo, pamilya, tsabakano. And then, si andalin na eskwela, tang kwento ko nila may sa Tagalog pati English. Amo kil el tabla, tan delay. Naintindiyo siya, des? Tan delay el proseso del ta aprenden mang compute number or mga konsepto na siyensya. Si, tausa to, foreign, como foreign kil kunele, hindi nila intende. Siya ni lugar aki do, ta consider na naton second language in English, pero foreign pa kil, kung nakilos mga bata, mga de, leos kayo, nakil mga TV, siya ni kanin may kuryente, mga lugar may kuryente. Now, pwede kita habla, swerte si Caleb kay ta pwede le aprende kasi tamira lang Descartes kay mga kengkoy no? Kengkoy sa lida hindi lang na TV siya pa internet siya pa kay mga games siya kay mga tao ilita ta pwede le kay miraan niya kila ta kunta konsepto na siyensya so quiero decir el tablayo si como el mga bata tang kwento sa bakano ng gayon no hay TV alrededor sa Pacano, and then this is andalin na eskwela, si mangkwento dahil ko nila may sa insinya ko nila Tagalog, intende man kayo siyempre, pero tadurali, tan delay, amo sa el research study del research study na Iloilo, del experimental study na Iloilo, Decker study, ke ya mira ka ni Aya, kay ta-aprende man mga bata, pero tadura el insinyada. Si kumpara to, si insinya to kunele kunta, insinya to kunele siyensya, o kuwasa pa otro subject, social studies ba, maraming palipunan. So, si insinya to kunese, tausa to el lengguaje, primer lengguaje di suit, mas pronto intende. Diba? So, hiligay nun hiligay nun study na Iloilo. Amo sa 60s, 50s, 60s, experimental yun. Ya, after sila asel el studio ala, mira mga bata, no, mga bata na elementary, cuando insinya kanila insinya kanila asignatura na matematiko, na siyensya, mas pronto sit even na lengguahe na English. Si tausa kanila akel di ila hiligay nun lengguahe, pronto sila aprende. Kaya akelyos namin siguro mga bata, akelyos, amo lang kat sila tauwi lengguahe na nakasa, na dila bisinos, na dila mga pamilya. Ngayon, otro lengguahe, igual-igual tamin kat sila. Tamira yung public school kel, igual-igual yung dila el socio-economic status, no? No cosa se ahora quiere decir. Nisita pa ba aprende? Depende sa kung igual kung Caleb. Kung hindi na kung nila nisisita. Kasi si insinya to kunele let's say insinya to kunele subject como matematiko na sa Bacano, mas pronto leta intende na English pati na Pilipino. Por eso, importante si Tul Maestro, mira tu cosa di suyo first language. Cosa di pirmi tang kwento, cosa di tende. Den akel to usa. Akel to usa insinya ko nele. Pero kwanto bilog ba mga maestro, sabi. Siya niya kinasambang ka. Elta insinya sa Bacano, mga Bisaya speakers. So, kailangan man sila taman pronounce mga palabra, Generes, na-studia pa tamin sila. So, unang rason que porque yakitas te mother tongue na asignatura or na, as a subject, kay na-review del DepEd, ya sabi, kay akil target naman training din yung mga 300 ka akil, no? No sila pwede kil man train kayo akil 300,000 300,000 plus. Kasi check lang yung figures, no? So more or less pwede sila manit 15 to 20 lang, no? Poko lang yung pwede man train. So hindi ka tanto sabi kay insinya, no? Kabar mo ipamateriales. Kinasumbo hanggang sa niya mga libro ya ase. Pero amo ya gani ken bata insinya, quiere decir, ya pwede mira na review na hindi bastante el numero de baga maestro y maestra que sabi insinya na mother tongue. Manada si mother tongue, manada si lengguahe, manada si yan, Chabacano, Bisaya, no? Manada pa magalingwahe sa na magaluson lingwahe tausa na grado 1 hasta grado 3 amo man sinalo na lay, no, debe enseña to ese grado 1 hasta 3 sinita yung tabla si para to kunay sa ko sa pasa o debe daw mga eksperto tabla debe continua to kunay sa enseñada para hindi pwede tumira si Chene bagat epekto ng mga bata el lengguahe. Pero sabi kita na sa investigasyon pwede kat ayuda el mother tongue and first language. Na arabira kita uli ken ba kayo ko sa bagat el pregunta ko sa bagat el lengguahe ko sa bagat el primer lengguahe del bata. So si tanda to na un komunidad Chene un komunidad ablay kita, ni maestra sabi man sa Bacano, sabi man train ko nila, yan nila libro. Pero, libro sa Bacano, especially mga bata, mga 1,000 speakers, no? Hindi sa Bacano mga bata. So, amo gal pregunta niya, no? So, take dali, como political, hindi nali akademiko, como el questionnaire take daya, hindi nali akademiko, political ya. So debe mira kita cosa bagat el primer lenguaje del mga bata na un lugar na un komunidad and then después aquel que tu hace materiales para na instruksyon or amo tamento kel hace ala tumang base dito plano para na dito yung leksones, diba? So, amo yakil, no? Cosa kat el primer lenguaje. So, si kita bira, so in short, man-translate kayo, no? Man-summarize lang kita. So, in short, so, the title of this vlog is my reflection on clip 1 with Caleb. So, I was just saying, in Chabacano a while ago that I asked questions. I asked questions in 3 languages. I started with English, and then he was able to answer. I asked him in Tagalog, he was able to answer. But I asked him in Chabacano, he understands, but he does not speak Chabacano. But he understands. How do I know? Because he's able to answer. But he answers in languages, some English, some Tagalog. But notably, we can say that it's safe to say that his mother tongue or his first language is Tagalog. Number 1, biologically, his father is Tagalog speaker. His father does not speak Chabacano. His mother speaks to him in Tagalog at home, even there in Zamboanga City. So it's safe to say that his mother tongue is not Chabacano, is Filipino or Tagalog. And then he can also speak quite well, no? He understands, speak English quite well for his age, 4 years old. But then when I asked a question about what's your favorite song, and he said, what's your favorite song? What's your favorite song in school that you really love to sing? And then his answer was, We Are the World. That's an interesting answer because there you would see how come his favorite song is an English song. So there are questions that may arise from there. Why not say Zamboanga Hermosa? Why not mention Zamboanga Hermosa? Because I observed that he was singing at home, practicing Lupang Hinirang. But then I didn't hear him singing Zamboanga Hermosa. He was only practicing Lupang Hinirang and we are the world? That's the question. So if we will not be teaching students sa Bacano in Zamboanga City, what will happen? What will happen to the language? If children do not learn, there will come a time the succeeding generation will not anymore be using singing nor speaking in Bacano. And that is already evident nowadays. If you go Metro Zamboanga, you can already survive even with, without even knowing how to speak Bacano, because people would understand you if you'll be speaking in Bacano or in Tagalog or in Tagalog or in English. So what's the need of Bacano? If people around would interact with you using Filipino Tagalog. So is it possible that Bacano there will be attrition, language attrition in Zamboanga? It is possible, because in other places in the Philippines, Zamboanga is not the only place where Bacano is spoken. There are also other places like Ternate, Cavite, but it's already somehow approximating language attrition or language death. No? Meaning, if it's not being spoken anymore, then there's language attrition, there's language death. Is it possible that Bacano will not be spoken anymore by the majority? Yes. If Bacano is not part of the academe, is not part of the literacy languages. The only way to preserve a language is make it part of the curriculum, because it is being learned by generation after generation after generation. If you will remove the mother tongue, if you will remove Bacano in school, eventually, there's a phenomenon in linguistics that is known as language is continuously evolving. Since you cannot stop people from not speaking the language, you cannot stop. What's the use if people would understand me if I be using Tagalog or English? Why do I still need to speak Bacano? Right? So if you will remove Bacano in school, then eventually, after a decade, 2, 3 decades, 4 decades, 50 years, you will already feel the loss of many words in the vocabulary. So language attrition is really a phenomenon that is happening. It is really happening because that's the characteristics of language. It continuously evolves. So when people mix, borrow terms from other languages, mixing of words and all, eventually the super straight and the sub-straight languages, the super straight language might not be present anymore in that particular sub-straight language. So just like Bacano came from Spanish, right? So the super straight language is Spanish. That's supposed to be the mother language. But eventually, it became a Bacano with the influence of other languages in Zamboanga City. Other languages like Iligaynon, Bisaya, Tagalog. There are already borrowed words. So when we speak Bacano now, it's not anymore the pure Bacano as with 50 years or 90 years or 100 years ago. So am I in favor that mother tongue has to be part of the curriculum? Yes. But as of now, according to the expert reviewers in DepEd, so that they will say that 50 minutes, instead of making Bacano as a subject, they will just use that 50 minutes for some other purpose, some other subject. And according to that report that I read, what will happen is, Bacano as a medium of instruction in teaching other subjects will be retained. But as to how many more years to come, that we are not sure anymore, because it's possible that the law might be revised, might be amended. But for me, I hope that the experts who are listening now, teachers, for a fact that there's a basis for mother tongue to be really very effective in learning literacy languages. So as proof is Cumming's threshold hypothesis. So threshold hypothesis would prove that you will have to you'll have to you'll have to master first your first language, master your first language so that you can learn the second language faster and better. And so as you progress, as you go on the curriculum level, you're learning the first language, therefore you're also learning the second language well. And therefore, if you know the language, the two languages, you are also progressing, developing your cognitive ability faster. Right? So, better development, faster, better development of the first language, that will make you learn the second language faster and better, and therefore you can develop your cognitive abilities while processing other content learning areas like mathematics, science in school. So, learn the first language and as well learn the second language. But then, this Cummings hypothesis was applied for bilinguals in the United States. We have different contexts in Zamboanga City because we're not only dealing with two languages, no? We are not only dealing with bilinguals. We're dealing with a lot of languages. We're dealing with quadrilinguals, trilinguals, multilinguals. So just like in the case of Caleb, what is the first language as a question? Identify what's the first language, and that is what you're going to make use as a medium of instruction. And make sure that if a community, if you use mother tongue in a community, make sure that the mother tongue is really the language that they are speaking as their first language. And never use, for example, Chabacano in a Tausug community. It has to be the lesson, the first language, the mother tongue lesson, is supposed to be Tausug, in Tausug, not in Chabacano. So, suggestion, continue producing materials, no? Teachers, even if you were not trained, make sure that you try to be innovative, try to learn, read about the facts about mother tongue. Some teachers, no, who are enrolled in the graduate school, do not know what's mother tongue based education. They don't know what are the the empirical evidence as to why we are teaching Chabacano as a medium of instruction. So if there's Chabacano, there should be Tausug as well. Tausug as a medium of instruction, Bisaya as a medium of instruction, Sinama as medium of instruction. Again, identify the community, and it has to be the mother tongue, the first language of the students, that will be the basis for you to decide what medium of instruction you will have to use. Right? Not only just applying what the division supervisor is telling you to teach, but you really have to identify what's the first language of, the dominant speakers in the particular school. The dominant. And that will have to be the mother tongue as a medium of instruction. So as to what's my opinion about removing it as a subject, so I respect the report of DepEd. That's facts, no? That's evidence showing that, now if only there are funding for training, then train. But as of now, that's not the priority of this particular administration, the current administration. Their priority is English. And therefore, if we look at Caleb, in the case of Caleb, if you identify kids like Caleb, socioeconomic status is okay, they have access to TV, gadgets, and all, then okay to teach whatever subject areas to Caleb, to the type of Caleb students. Teach in Filipino or English. But you can also teach Chabacano because Caleb can process. As I said, he is able to acquire the language even amongst us while we're speaking. Right? So still, it would be better if the mother tongue Chabacano is part of as a medium of instruction in teaching, for example, mathematics or science. Okay, so my next clip is maybe we will also interact with Kobe. So we will see what's the dynamics. I'm going to make use of category naming. Category naming for Kobe. Category naming is using cognitive psychology to test the language proficiency of children. No? So category, let's say name the parts of the body in 1 minute. So he will name using what language? English, Filipino, and let's test him if he knows the parts of the body. Name parts of the body in Chabacano in 1 minute. So that's naming task. So that is our clip number 2. So watch out for that. So thank you for viewing this vlog. Thank you as well. I hope that you are learning something. So if you're a teacher trying to find answers to questions about mother tongue, suggest this to your friends. So those teachers in the public school who do not really know, who do not have any idea about mother tongue, suggest this YouTube channel or this YouTube channel or the clip or the vlog in my YouTube channel. So just share the link, and then maybe let them interact with me here and even ask questions via me, so that I can clarify whatever their doubts are about mother tongue based education. Okay, so good night. Bye. See you later. Bye bye.